As usual with the stream, the first minute or so is not very interesting. Oh, I've got a live one. Hello, whoever's there. Let's see. Maybe I'll get. Oh, I've got two. Ooh. Sweet. I look forward to seeing that for sure. Hello, David's Horror. Not much. Just thought I would do a quick stream for keep wanting to say Halloween, Alien Day. So, gonna show off a few things for the hell of it. Maybe just for like half an hour, and then go do some laundry. Let's see. How is Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to experiment with the whole Instagram reel thing. I guess you have to do that to make your Instagram a little more relevant. So, thank you. Well, this is like the only outer space extraterrestrial alien kind of hat that I own. Everything else is like either a slasher or Halloween. um, that's all I have hat wise. So I probably need to get an alien hat at some point, like an actual good alien hat, which you would think that there would be some, but there's not, which is strange. So, uh, let's see. Oh, I've got 3 people now, so it's exciting. Oh, four. Four. When I get to a few more, then I'm going to start the thing of, I'm really sad though. This actually just broke on me. So this is an old NECA thing. The face hugger is very wiggly here. I mean, watch. It bounces. But the way this works is you shove this down. This is bad. It's I'm sticking my finger in there, but it's not loading. So you basically push the button, and this little guy pops out. I was actually able to do one quick video before this thing went kaput. Thankfully, I bought another one of these that's still sealed, so that's a good thing. Yeah, I have way too many alien figures. I probably have, I don't know, like 50 of them or something crazy like that, and then all the big 1/4 scale ones. And I have all 3 alien queens. So they did a black one, or no, so here we go. It was a brown one from Resurrection. The blue one is from Aliens, obviously, and the red one is from Aliens Genocide, I believe. So is where all the red aliens came from. So I have way too many alien figures, which is dumb. This behind me though, that's kind of a cool thing. I was working at a record store and some guy was selling old one sheet posters, and I actually bought that poster off of him for $60 like 15 years ago. So that was kind of a cool thing. Poster's totally screwed up though because I had it professionally framed at some store, and I think now it's just all glued. So I don't ever plan on selling it, so it doesn't matter, I guess, at that point. But it's a nice frame job, I guess. It was the frame job actually cost more than the actual poster. It was like I think $100 to get that frame nice and professional, which was dumb. Um, yeah, it would be cool. Mondo does. I think I did try to get that weird alien slime filled record they put out on one Alien day. Did not happen. It's about as effective as trying to get any of those weird Alien Reebok shoes. I don't know if you guys remember any of those. Those are very expensive. They would go up for sale. They were like a few $100, and you know how it is with shoes. You can't get them at all. So it's very irritating, I would say. Um, and believe it or not, I don't own any Alien records. I do want to get that They Live record, though. I'll tell you that. That's for sure. Which would be nice. Yeah. I don't know. I like to get the fancy looking colored vinyls. I don't know why. It just makes me happy inside when I get those. I like the variants. That's just how it is. Which Crypticon? Because I think Crypticon's happening for me in Seattle, which is the closest thing to me. I'm in Portland. So I think Crypticon's supposed to happen like in September, which I'm definitely going to go to. The last Crypticon I went to, I definitely did meet CJ Graham. I will tell you, it would definitely be interesting being at a convention with Tyler Main and Tony Moran. That would be a very awkward room. um, just with that whole fiasco drama that just went down recently, I would say. Let's see here. Hello, Ed, for horror's sake. I will tell you, I'm like 5'10". I felt like a small baby man child when I was next to CJ Graham. He made me feel very tiny. I felt small. Um, do I think that Tony Moran will be invited to Comic Con or cons in general? I I would think so. I mean, obviously, people would still probably pay for his autographs. So, I mean, if he can still make money, I would assume so. Um, but yeah, I think with all the videos that came out with Tony Moran, I think he's kind of more like that old guy that just likes to tell stories. I didn't really appreciate him saying, you know, the gay slurs and stuff like that, which was extremely lame. I mean, you can't really go back and unerase that. But I mean, you know, talking shit on Tyler Main and stuff like that. I mean, whatever. I mean, obviously he wouldn't go up to Tyler Main in person and probably say the things that he did up to his face. I feel like Tyler Main would just take one deck and you know swipe his head off or something like that is all he'd have to do. Well, I mean that's only 4 inches shorter than me. It's not that much. Yeah, I mean with the Rob Zombie Halloween, Tyler Main was like almost way too big, in my opinion. I mean, he just was, you know, mammoth and monstrous. I mean, it definitely made him effective. Like, if you didn't have, like, this is gonna sound all crazy, and I mean, I'm totally deviating from alien stuff here, but like, you know, if there wasn't a precedent where you know Halloween was already established and Michael Myers didn't seem like this gigantic, you know, almost 7 foot tall Goliath, you know, the Rob Zombie film would have been a little more effective, I guess. But when you look at the original Halloween versus Rob Zombie's, you know, he just seemed almost like just too like unbelievable. Like, you know, this guy is just gigantic and stuff like that. So that was the thing I had with that. Yeah, I just think that, you know, with Tony Moran, he just seems like a really old, sad drunk and stuff like that. So I mean, you know, if his financial livelihood is being threatened by this whole thing, he's probably going to clean up his act and probably kiss a lot of fans' asses to get back in the good graces because you got to have that money. Let's see here. Yeah, I watched. I read a little bit of that apology that he put up. It looked, he could have just done the usual pussyfooting around an apology thing, but he set a pretty lengthy apology, and then kind of got a little gritty towards the end of the apology, I think. Yeah, and see, the 6 foot and 6'2" seems like a little more believable, but like when you have Tyler Mane, he's just like so gigantic. Um, so, anywho, I'm gonna show off a few alien things really quick here. um, yeah, my biggest problem with Resurrection was like, when I watched in the theater, I couldn't stop like bitching about the fact that it's nighttime, but you see sunlight coming through the windows during the movie. Like that drove me crazy. And that the Michael Myers mask looked like Sid Vicious, if anybody remembers Sid Vicious. Oh yeah, that's well, I didn't see him say anything about Sean Clark, but I mean I definitely saw him talk all the crap on Tyler Mane. What did he say about Sean Clark? Which is dumb because Sean Clark's a pretty nice guy, I would say. Anyway. So really quick, I'm gonna show off my little alien movie collection really quick here. There's the Blu-ray collection. It's not really fancy. I'm sure at some point they'll probably put out some fancy 4K version to replace that with it. Um, and here's the crazy beefy boy Prometheus version that I bought when that came out. I think this has like 4 discs in it. So, well, yeah, I did see him talk a lot of crap on John Carpenter, which is stupid because John Carpenter gave him the role that got him any of this fame in the first place, besides him having a famous sister. And then here's the Alien Covenant movie that I have right there. Weird. At Doomsday Kingdom Army, you're definitely gonna have to send me that link. I'm curious what that would look like. Speaking of Predator with a face hugger, this is a figure right here that was definitely one of my like holy grails. I don't know if anybody remembers that whole thing. The Pred Alien, the hybrid or whatever it is. That thing was very hard to find. I still haven't hung that up on my wall. Oh, no, no. I mean, I don't even know what I'm talking about. So, I mean, if we want to talk about Halloween, I totally don't care. Because I mean, the whole Halloween thing is a big topic right now. I mean, everyone's talking about it that I've been seeing. So, um, I mean, it's interesting. So, and I'm one guy, and I can only do so much. So I can only be, so much entertaining. But I mean, this is definitely more entertaining with the chat on the side. Um, Yeah, this figure came out. I want to say like I want to say like 2007. Hold on here. Let's see. When did this come out? 2007. Damn, I'm good. Yeah, if you look at the bottom right here, a little bit of details. This is like before like a lot of the alien figures came out and stuff like that. So, I just missed out on it for some stupid reason. So I had to pay like $120 to get that stupid figure, which back in the day was probably like 15 or $20. So that's the fun with missing out on figures. Um, in David's horror, I just want to make sure we're talking about the right Sean Clark. Sean Clark, who does like horrors, Hallowed Grounds, and stuff like that. And is it a lot of conventions? Has the black hair and all that stuff, right? That Sean Clark. Let's see here. Oh, cool. So that was the right Sean Clark that I was thinking of. God, that's so dumb to just like call him that. That's just stupid. I mean, there's no reason for it. Oh, and then, once again, if you guys can all see behind me, that's my living room wall, which is out of control. And then here's a few more things. Oh, and there's more alien stuff right there. Oh, okay. I'll have to actually watch that. There's a lot of videos that I have to catch up on too. But I'll have to go watch that thing with two heads thing that he does. Let's see. I will ask though, at David's Horror, have you picked up anything good recently? I mean, granted, I could just go to your YouTube channel and go check out your videos. I'm sure you usually get it. Ooh, that is a tough one. Ooh, so my brain is saying aliens. Personally, I don't know if I like Alien more or Aliens, but like when you ask me that question, my brain is saying aliens like that. So I'm gonna have to go with Aliens. I enjoyed it. The Queen was in it. I mean, you had all the Space Marines. I mean, it was practically the cast of Near Dark in an Alien movie. So I mean, there's just a lot to see, it's tough. Like Alien, um, it was a very slow and brooding film that was very effective. But like Aliens was like crazy sci-fi action with a crap ton of aliens. So um, that's why it's just such a weird thing to go from. Um, but I have to go with Aliens just because I mean there's just a lot going on, and the Alien Queen scene was amazing. Thanks, at Mike. Um, let's see here. Oh, anyway. So, and then the other thing too, I was going to show. If you guys haven't picked this one up, this is Memory right here. It's actually kind of a cool documentary on how Alien came to be, and then just some of the early like drawings and sketches, and talking to H.R. Geiger and all that fun stuff. And what else here? Oh, well, Alien 3 was decent. I mean, it had its moments. It was a very strange film. Alien Resurrection is definitely really weird. Um, really strange movie. Has a very young Ron Perlman in that film. Um, I'm going to tell you, the least favorite of all the films is definitely Alien versus Predator. I actually cried at the end of that film. It was so bad. It was PG-13. The CGI was terrible. The Predator suits looked like fat dreadlock men with masks. It was bad. The suits were chunky looking. It was not good. Oh, what's funny is I picked up that Pennywise also, and I have to do a video on that. And I also picked up a Boglin. Do you guys remember Boglins? That'd be cool. Just hit me up and we'll talk about it at Mike. Uh, I actually liked Requiem. Sorry. The funny thing about that movie is they left nobody untouched. I mean, they killed kids, animals, everybody. They spared nobody in that film. And it was rated R. So, I'll take that. Um, the last Predator movie was not very good either. It's here's the thing: is as crappy as they are, I would rather have them be made and be able to watch it and bitch about it than to not have anything. So I guess that's my opinion on that. I'll take a crappy poop movie than not have anything for like a decade. I guess you know. The only downside is then the franchise has a new movie and then they put out a bunch of new toys, and then I buy all those toys and I waste the money on it. So you know, I mean, the Predator movie was not very good that came out recently, and I ended up with like what I think like 5 or 6 Predator figures. In fact, you can probably see one right behind me somewhere, like right there. See that? Right there. The thing about the Boglin I bought, it's so jiggly. I mean, it's just awkward. It's just you shake the box and it feels like you've got just something jiggly. Or are you taking off it, Mike? I appreciate you swinging by. Thank you. Yeah, I have too much Predator stuff. I think I have like 40 or 50 of the figures. Again, I buy like way too many NECA things. Like, it's out of control how many NECA figures I have. Here's another quick alien thing I wanted to show off really fast. I bought this at Walmart a year ago. This is a kid's toy, which there was a whole bunch of them, but I mean, this is actually kind of a cool looking. It's a pink, purple queen figure, but it's pretty beefy. This thing was like $20, which is still cheaper than a NECA figure. Usually, NECA figures are about like $30, so that's kind of a weird thing. And then some other things here. Did you guys know they actually put out a James Cameron alien figure? This is a Toys R Us exclusive that I had to pay way more than I should have on eBay, so that was a little something there. But yeah, it's one thing I miss about Toys R Us is they would have all kinds of cool exclusive figures right there. And then here's another figure that I had to work really hard to find. This is a Alien Defiance figure right there. This thing was a pretty hefty amount, which a lot of the figures are now just going like crazy up in price. Let's see. Oh, and then lastly, you guys probably saw this video before, but I also bought alien eggs right here. Not the greatest things in the world, but I'm a sucker. I'll buy it. And let's see here. I'm probably going to do this for about like 7 more minutes and then call it a night. I just wanted to kind of pop on and just talk with a few of you and stuff like that. Um, and then also I have to play catch up like on you at For Horror's Sake. I have to go watch a bunch of your videos to play catch up on because you bust out quite a few. And then I think tonight I have to do my Zompire box because I just got that recently. And I got a proper, I think, Loot Fright box. So I'm going to open that up and find out if I'm disappointed or not. It should be the correct one because I think the box that I got before that I made Man Tantrum Over was just a weird mystery, like phantom box that I just got by accident. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, oh, and then, I would also like to ask how you guys are doing tonight since no one's saying anything. You guys also have to talk so I can play off of that because I'm out of steam on what to talk about. Um, other than I had an unpleasant Monday and I'm tired and people drive me crazy. And I got some really great news that my state is probably going to close indoor things again because too many people are naughty without the masks. So, Toonie Terror Ripley. Huh? Are you talking about maybe the because the Ripleys that I have are basically like the NECA figures. Um, those are the only Ripley things that I know of. Or are we talking about like Funko Pops on Ripley maybe? Because Toonie Terrors has only been just the kind of horror things. That's about it. And I'm gonna have to watch Phil's thing also. So I've got a lot of watching to do tonight. Yeah, like I said, what I do when I get home from work, I try to see who's put up new videos and then just kind of go through those to play catch up on, just to be supportive and all that stuff. Since you guys do support me a good chunk, so I like to make sure that I support back because that would be a dick move to just be a taker and not give back. So. That's what I was thinking. He got a mini epic because I just recently got the face hugger mini epic recently as well too. I bought that with my Boglin as well. I pre-ordered them. I didn't get the Ripley, and I never got my Alien when I pre-ordered it like a long time ago. I never got the Alien, but I will say that they run about $30, and they're actually pretty big. You'll see in a video when I do that. I think Phil's already definitely done that. Phil is like way advanced, just so you guys know. If you get something, Phil has probably already had it and done a video on it. Even though he's in Canada, he has some kind of weird magic sorcery where he just gets the stuff and already has a video on it, which I admire. So Phil is definitely one of the top people out there for sure. If you guys aren't, you know, connected to his channel, you should definitely be connected to Phil's channel. It's let me do this here at Phil's. I believe it should be. Oh, um, and for horror's sake, are you thinking about Fright Crate? Fright Crate is the one that's late. I was actually, what's funny is this morning I woke up and I thought, here we are, the 26th of April, and I have no tracking number or shipment or anything from Fright Crate, which, no, it's Phil's Creepy Vids. Actually, hold on. 1 second here, guys. Let me do this quick here. Phil's. Just gonna put that right there. So that's a little thing you guys can click on and go to connect to Phil's channel right there. What else here? Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, I just put the link so you can just click on it because it's a lot easier clicking the link rather than typing it and trying to do a search on that nonsense. So that is for sure. Well, at David's Horror, I'm going to tell you, you're definitely saving a lot of money not doing those because I dump a lot into them. Doing all these crazy subscription boxes, I think I've ended up with like multiple autographs of certain people. And I have like just too many. Like I have a bag full of like BAM boxes right now that, it's taking up like this much space. So, oh, wow. The best subscription service is Zobi. It's like quality wise, just the best. The autographs look really good. They shipped very promptly. What I would probably say is if you do get it, like buy one, see how you like it. If you dig it, you definitely want to do their subscriber membership thing because it takes 20% off of the orders. Like their box usually runs $60, but if you do their subscriber thing, which I think is like, it's a pretty hefty chunk for their membership, but like it takes 20% off each time you do it. So it makes it just a lot cheaper generally. So that's, what I would say is better. Yeah, no, Phil does really cool streams. Now he can go for like 2 hours. I can't do that. Like, he definitely has a lot to talk about. He definitely has a lot of good knowledge. Um, I can blabber about things, but if I blab too much, then I might mess up and look like a dummy. So that's the one thing. But he usually, it's early in the morning. Like if I was, doing a stream this early in the morning, I would be cranky and like this, like trying to wake up. It's not gonna work. I mean, for me, I'm like a man baby. I have to go to a place and have coffee made for me because I'm not much of a baby. I don't have a coffee maker, which is stupid because I would like to actually try some of those like Robert England beans that I've seen recently, and I think there's Elvira coffee as well too, believe it or not. So I'd like to try those, but I don't have a coffee maker at home. I will tell you the Pazuzu statue thing was definitely a very cool combo because you got the statue and the 8x10, which was a nice combo right there, I would say. I don't have a Clive Barker autograph, so it's definitely something I need to get. Um, I do have a Doug Bradley. I got my Doug Bradley at Crypticon, which I will tell you, it's a lot nicer getting the autographs at the conventions because you have the experience of actually meeting them, getting a picture with them, and the cost is kind of about the same as you would because you have the fee. Like when you're buying the autographs from these places, you have the fee plus your shipping fee as well. So it's sometimes a little more expensive going that route, I would say. And no, I'm looking like an old man reading some of the comments here. And then, at some point, like I'll try to improve on these little stream things. The DJ thing is simple because I'm just sitting there like playing music. I don't really need to talk or be entertaining. I'm just doing my thing and playing the music and stuff like that. But here I've got to, keep you guys, here talking. So, which I did say I was going to end it within half an hour, but I feel like I can keep on going. Maybe I'll try to push it to 45 minutes. We'll see if I can last, 10 more minutes. There's 9 of you watching, so I'm happy about that. So I think I'll try to keep going as far as that goes. Let's see here. Whoever else is here, also give me a hello, because so far I'm just seeing, Doomsday Kingdom Army talking in David's Horror and for horror's sake. So if anyone else is here, let me know if you're here and join in so I can keep it going and be entertaining as well. Also, from what I heard, the moon was supposed to look really cool today. Did anyone actually go out there and check out the moon? Oh, and actually, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second here, guys. 1 moment. I did also recently pick these up. I need to get these bagged and tagged, but Don't forget that Marvel, I guess, has Disney, so you know, Alien's part of that whole thing. So here's a Marvel comic from Alien, which is weird because you're so used to it being Dark Horse for the longest time. So I picked that up, and then another one. It's like a weird variant on those two. So believe it or not, this Conan poster is from NECA. I bought that one a long time ago. I think at like a Spencer's or some weird store. But if you look in the corner, you can see the NECA logo right there. Yeah, that's the one thing with comics. Like I can't collect them because they put out too many like variants of all the issues and stuff like that. Like there was one like when I went into the comic shop, I went into Things from Another World to go buy a few of these, and they had like I think one. Are we talking about that one right there? That one? Yeah, yeah. So that's the Creep Show, the Father's Day one, the cake. So that's that one. So one of the cooler masks that I have is the Dr. Tongue one right there. I got that one a long time ago. Oh, just to show a few things there. Yeah, yeah. It is indeed. Yeah, I don't know where I bought the Dr. Tongue mask. I just know I got it a long, long time ago. Um, in fact, you know what? Just to make it entertaining, I'll bring it over and show it off really quick. Just not sure who the company was that made this mask. Like the only info, how long have I been collecting? Since the late 90s. Yeah, that I have the Halloween 2018 mask, and that thing I would not even be able to put on my head. Yeah, just the weird thing with this mask, there's just no marking on it, like what company did it or anything like that. The only thing that it says is this here, the marking, and 500 is written in it. That's like literally all the info that I have on it. Yeah. Anyway, that's the mask right there. As you can see, that's pretty gnarly right there with the tongue. No, I got this like I want to say way before Trick or Treat Studios was even a thing. I bought this mask a long time ago, so it could be. But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's just literally no markings on it at all. Like just nothing that says like a year or what company might have put it out. So I'm sure I can just Google and be like Dr. Tongue Mask and find out what thing did it. In fact, you know what? I am curious. Plus we're all hanging out here, so whatever, it's fine. Google. Let's see. Dr. Tongue. Mask. I think. I think I might have my winner here. Let's see. Is it playing Sherlock Holmes right now? Yes, this is from Day of the Dead right here. What the hell? Okay, that doesn't give me any information whatsoever as far as that goes, so that's very irritating. Let me try to see if I can find one more spot here. There's some pretty bad looking masks when I Google this, like like that for instance. Doesn't look very good. Hmm. Oh. Oh, so it looks like the mask is probably Bump in the Night Productions, it looks like. So I did see that here, which says Bump in the Night Productions, which that looks pretty similar right there. So yeah. Let's see if there's any info on when this came out. Yeah, so it looks like it was Bump in the Night Productions, which I'm not really familiar with them, but I would imagine that Doomsday Kingdom Army is probably very familiar with that company. I would assume. Yeah. Dreams are really messed up. I'll tell you that. I have really bad work dreams, which are not fun. Yeah, I wish they would put up more figures from Day of the Dead. I think I just have Bub and Dr. Tongue. I have the two zombie figures they put out from Amexheim. I regret not buying any of the Killer Clowns from Outer Space figures. That was a really dumb mistake on my part because those figures are extremely expensive now. And I could have even bought them for wholesale because I had a wholesale account with that company a long time ago when I had a record store. And I had like the Tarman, um, all those things I bought at wholesale. So I had like a whole crate of those Tarman figures that are now extremely expensive. Which it would have been nice if I held on to the crate, but I ended up selling all of them for like $25. Is what I sold them for like a decade ago. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and I have the Elvira. Actually, the Elvira, you can see. Look at that. I have to stretch my arm. Weird to do that, but yeah, the Elvira is right there. Which those are really good figures back in the day. I gotta say. I mean, it was before NECA was like pumping out figures like more than I can even fathom. And it was more manageable. I mean, I was way happier like buying just a few figures where it's like NECA, I'm buying like, you know, I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy like two Gremlin figures, and then now I have like 10 Gremlin figures. It's exhausting. That's for sure. Yeah, I have the 2018 thing. Hold on here. Where'd that go? He is right. Oh, there we go. He's right there. Yeah, no, for me, like, I've been collecting since '98, which I'm sure a few of you have probably heard. Like, I probably explained like how my whole collecting thing started. Um, what is that going to be a Spirit exclusive? Because that's a pain in the butt. Which I have all three of the Sam figures. You definitely had to go through a thing getting all those Sam pops. That was a pain in the butt. Yeah, no, I did open up some back in the day, and then I regretted it because I just liked them better in the box. They just look better to me. Because as you can see, I just have them like all over the place. I will tell you right now, the Creep Show figure is definitely the best. Oh, um, did yours come broken? I'm guessing. Yeah, I've got that Myers ramp right there. Yeah. What I would do if I was you at David's Horror, get the 20% off one item coupon when those happen at Spirit, and then what you do is just go find it at a Spirit and then use that coupon on there. That's actually what I did on mine. I did that on the Michael Myers, and I did it on the Sam. Pretty much everything. There was actually a Halloween Spirit next to me, so I was that bastard that would go in like once a day and use that coupon over and over. I'm just hoping that it's not a Spirit exclusive again because it's just annoying. Plus, they come in kind of poo poo shape. But I mean, if it's a Spirit exclusive, I'll still buy it. I mean, I have to have all the Sam things. So, you know, I regretted not buying the Pennywise. Like, I think recently Phil displayed it in one of his videos, and I'm like, and then I also wanted to get the Beetlejuice one looked really bad though, but I kind of wanted the Beetlejuice. It just looked really derpy. Um, but the Pennywise one looked really good. I have too much Pennywise stuff. Like I don't really need it. It's not one of my favorite things, but I ended up with too much of it. So, how's my Scream Factory collection going? Um, it's going. There's too many. I do have all of the slipcover ones. I think the next one that I'm going to need is the King Kong release. I think is the next thing that I'm going to need that's coming out. That would be what it is. Other than that, I mean, it's just really a matter of trying to get some of those older double feature ones. I really want to get Blackula, one of the Jim Carrey ones that I think is like extremely expensive, and then Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3. Those are like I think the ones that I'm really trying to get as far as that goes. I'm going to give you guys some advice though. If you see Scream Factory makes an announcement that titles are going out of print, just jump on them and buy them because if you ever want them again, you will pay like an insane amount of money for those things, which is really, really irritating. So, um, that I did see, but I have the collector's edition version. Um, in fact, I have the collector's edition Night of the Demons and the Steelbook Night of the Demons, which don't really think I need two copies, so I'm probably going to ditch the Steelbook, even the Steelbook is the superior one. Um, Another really weird thing is those Steelbook Roger Corman films that Scream Factory put out. I bought all those, thankfully. I was like on the fence about buying them, but I'm glad that I bought them because now they're all very, very expensive. So yeah, see, for me, I got really lucky. I bought all those Sleepaway Camp movies at Suncoast for like $20 each with the slipcovers. I bought those like when they were doing some big Scream Factory sale. That's when I definitely beefed up a whole bunch on my Scream Factory titles. Oh snap! Is it out of print now? The Beastmaster? because like yeah, I'm um I remember when it went on sale and I'm like I have to go buy that damn thing. Yeah. One thing that's really lame is I think Best Buy has also trimmed down their movie section because it was nice going in there and buying like the smaller titles. Like I bought like Scare Package recently from there about the new Wrong Turn, which I mean everybody like has not been really super into that Wrong Turn movie, but I enjoyed it. I mean, it was okay. It didn't really need to be called Wrong Turn, but like it was a decent movie. It had some good gore, that kind of thing. Um, so I'm going to take it and do another thing here for the 12 people that are watching. I would like to know who watched Mortal Kombat, and I would like to know your thoughts because I actually enjoyed it. I thought Kano was amazing. Well, yeah, if it's still available from Vinegar Syndrome, you should snag that thing up. Yeah. For me, there's just too much to collect. Like, I just kind of keep it at like Scream Factory, and that's it because trying to get all this Vinegar Syndrome stuff has been a little exhausting. I think one release that I want to get is the Cellar that Vinegar Syndrome just put out recently. I think it's like the guy that did Night of the Demons. He did the Cellar, so I'm wanting to make sure I buy that one before it goes like out of print, which they go out of print really quick, which is annoying. Yeah, it. I agree. It definitely felt rushed. And the new character, I just didn't care for. I mean, I get it. They put him in there. I also felt that like, what is it called? Scorpion just felt very subdued in that film. I will say they did an amazing job on Sub Zero. I thought Sub Zero was like excellent. I also enjoyed Cabal, which I couldn't help but think like he looked like this one Predator figure. It's like the Lost Armor Predator. It has like glowing red eyes, and that's what I kept thinking the whole time. Yeah, I don't have too many Arrow movies. I want to say I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have about 14 Arrow movies. That's about it, really. No, there wasn't really a tournament. It was like a half-ass tournament. I think it's probably a build-up for when they do, a sequel because I'm sure they're going to do a sequel. I mean, the movie probably did really well, so I'd be shocked if they didn't do a sequel. So yeah, I mean the story was but let me tell you guys something. Did you watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation? Uh, After I finished up the new Mortal Kombat movie, I saw it right below, and I'm like, why don't I travel back to 1997 and put that thing on? And I did, and it was so bad. It was painful. Um, it was bad. Like the CGI was terrible. I mean, uh, Sub Scorpion, I think, had like penises coming out of his arm. It was terrible. It was so bad. Like the CGI was terrible. Like if you remember like the 19 or the Hitchcock movie Birds or whatever, like, they were all like just flying around, but it looks so horrible. It was like that with like the ninja henchmen dropping from the sky. It was so bad. Oh, if you went and saw it now, you'll cringe even harder. Like I saw it back in the 90s and it was like, eh. What's funny is that I actually turned that on afterwards. I went to bed. I think I'm where he went to hell. The cartoon's decent so far. It's all right. But yeah, I think I'm where he is in hell, and he approaches. I think it was like Ermac or not Ermac, but Ling Kuei, or I think one of those guys, or whoever it was, I believe. It wasted years. If you want to waste some time, that's definitely be wasted time if you watch Annihilation. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, I mean it's a decent story. I mean, for the anime. Um, well, um, that CGI was like an acid trip. I mean, it definitely felt like it for sure. That's easily. Let's see here. Oh, and then also I just got to make sure, for all of you guys who are here, make sure you're connecting to everyone else's channels because it's just good to do. I enjoy like all you guys. I definitely learn a lot of cool stuff. I mean, David's horror, you definitely tap the vinyl. I think more than anyone else. That's one thing I really appreciate about you. And then Doomsday Kingdom Army, you are definitely the mask guy on YouTube. I'm gonna flat out say that. And for horror's sake, you definitely do like really good boxes, and then you also get really good. You pick out very good autographs to show off. So that's one thing I do dig about your channel, and the fact that you did go to that fancy horror convention and got some great autographs. I remember your loot that you had brought back. It was quite the bounty you returned with you. So, oh God, don't even get me on that Spawn movie. Holy Christ. I will say with the Spawn movie though, John Leguizamo did a really great job on Violator and the Clown. I enjoyed it. Um, Other than that, Spawn. That CGI cape and Malbolgia was terrible. He looked like just a bad like PlayStation 1 game, but someone taking a hammer to it and just nailing it. It was terrible. So bad. While we're on it, like what other awful 90s movies can you guys think of with horrible CGI? Yeah. Yeah, I have like no conventions near me. I think I just have only Jesus Christ, American Werewolf in Paris. I think Phil talked about it once on one of his streams, and I popped it, and I'm like, "Fuck that movie! It was terrible." Yeah, it was. It was like the CGI transformations. I'm like, you go from American Werewolf in London, like those beautiful transformations, and then the sequel is just poop. Like, just the transformations look so bad. They were awful. I mean, yeah, it's not good. Yeah, yeah, there's definitely some bad CGI in Blade, but you know, Blade is a very important movie though because that definitely paved, I want to say, the way for the whole Marvel movie phenomenon thing. Oh yeah, The Mummy is another one that had really bad CGI. You can never go wrong with the Scorpion King. That was like one of the worst things. Yeah, I will say the Matrix definitely had okay CGI. And Lord of the Rings, did some okay work with some of that CGI, but some CGI in general is just so painful. I almost wish someone would make a montage of like just some of the worst, CGI scenes ever. Just like just a painful, torturous montage of all the really bad CGI that you've ever seen. Like just like one of those torture devices that just shows you all of it. Oh yeah, Deep Blue Sea. What's crazy is I need to rewatch Lawnmower Man. I bought the Scream Factory version with the slipcover. I just haven't put it in a long time. Yeah, that's from 2005. I want to say on the King Kong movie, so it's like 15 years ago. Oh, and then that 98 Godzilla, also not good CGI. That would be a really horrible thing if they matched up the 98 Godzilla with that 2005 King Kong. That would be some horrific CGI right there. That's for sure. God, it would be almost bad if like just for retro purposes they made like a movie recently that was just purposefully just bad CGI, like just all bad CGI. It made Tommy Wiseau from The Room direct it. That would be really good. I'm going to say that yeah, The Mask definitely was a good example of the computer animation that did it. That actually really did decent. Yeah, some of those sharks in Sharknado were pretty painful to watch. I mean, didn't even look like a damn shark. Um, you know, I will tell you this though. Crawl did actually a decent job with the CGI, and you guys all know I hate CGI, but I'm gonna say Crawl. I went and saw in the theater for the hell of it, and that actually was decent. Again, it's just really using the lack of light and just darkness and shadows to really not um, put too much light onto the CGI subject, which was obviously the giant alligator and stuff like that. But I'm gonna say Crawl was actually a decent movie with CGI. It worked for me. I enjoyed it. I don't know if any of you guys saw Crawl, but that was a decent film. I thought. Yeah, yeah, that's the crocodile movie. So it just does a really good job of like just having a lot of like I mean, the beginning of the film is really dumb and it's just like, why are you going to your dad's house in the middle of a storm? That kind of thing. Um, but once it goes into the house, it just does a really great job of working with what you have and a big CGI alligator or two. So let's see here. Yeah, Lake Placid. At this point, you can almost do like a big marathon of alligator movies. I can't even get into this whole like croc sharknado, two-headed mammoth Goliath shark, like all that stuff the Sci-Fi Channel put out. That's just too much stuff. What's crazy is I own The Revenant and I still need to watch that film. I have not watched it yet. Which I mean, I do hear the bear attack and that was pretty weird. Um, I definitely do not like bear movies. All that stuff freaks me out. There is one I saw. I think it was called like Backcountry or something like that. That had a really messed up bear attack scene. Um, it scares the crap out of me because like when I'm in a forest or something like that, or I manage to go on a hike, like I'm always paranoid, thinking, what if there's a bear out there? Like that it would be a very scary situation. I have not gone camping in 20 years, and I'm going to tell you right now, like the thought of camping is absolutely terrifying. Um, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever go camping because if I if I was asleep and I heard something like touching my tent, it would make me like lose my mind because could be a bear or a wolf or a crazed maniac in the forest with a knife. So lots of possibilities, I would say. Yeah, I would not be able to work with that at all. Like that would freak me out. Oh, hold on here. News. At Wasted Years, why don't you put one of your video links in the chat? That would be cool if you could do that. Yep, and I am in the Pacific Northwest, so that is definitely prime for that kind of fun stuff right there. Oh, yeah. There was actually a really good Bigfoot movie. I think it was called Abdominal. I think it has Lance Henriksen and oh my god, why am I drawing a blank here? Oh no. Oh my god, this is terrible. It's really embarrassing when you have a brain fart on somebody. That's for sure. Which I'm having right now. This is exactly what I was talking about. Oh my god. No, Jeffrey Combs. There we go. I was like, why am I having a brain fart? That's terrible. But I believe it had Lance Henriksen and Jeffrey Combs in Abdominal, which I think MVD put out a Blu-ray release of it, but I already had the Anchor Bay DVD of it, so I never bothered upgrading that. Um, which it's crazy. You'd think maybe they would put out some newer Bigfoot movies because I mean, Bigfoot's a very awkward thing to tackle. I mean, it's in the woods. There's a lot of things you can kind of work around that. So yeah. Oh, then if I could get a few more of you to click that like button, 3 more likes to get me at 10 likes would be much appreciated if you don't mind. And then I guess before I wrap up this whole chat thing, um, what's everybody doing tomorrow? Let me know in the little chat thing. My plans personally for tomorrow is I'm going to get up, get some coffee, and oh, portals to hell. Oh, believe it or not, I haven't gone on any of those Shanghai tunnel tours. I've been to a few clubs that did have, like, I think there was one Colbert Bodies that definitely is under the Shanghai Tunnel. That's what I remember on that one. Um, Hopefully in October, I could take one of those haunted tours and hit it up finally, which I've been meaning to do for the longest time. Willow Creek. I don't think I've seen Willow Creek, but I've seen Wolf Creek. Let me tell you, Wolf Creek is very freaky. I don't ever want to go to Australia, and I don't ever want to run into that character at all. Um, which I will say that I really did enjoy his character. He's very charming, but very vicious. So, the club owner. Which club owner? Was it somewhere in Portland? Because I know most of the club owners in Portland, or I think I do. I don't know. Yeah, I did enjoy Wolf Creek a lot. Oh, yeah, because I was also typing. I'm like, oh, I better. I hope I'm subscribed to your thing, but no. Oh, and then just so everybody knows, you can't say the S word in a stream or chat. YouTube doesn't like it, so what you have to do is you have to say connect. I learned this through Phil's channel because I said the S word, and that was bad, and he let me know about it. So that's why you cannot say the S word. You can only say connect or connected. You just can't say, the the S word. A laugh in the name. Huh. Because Rabati's Pan had that was one of the ones that was close over there, and they had, like, the laughing kind of mask in their logo, but hmm, laugh in the name. I don't know. I'll have to check, but at David's Horror, you should send me a link to this thing so I can go check it out with Jack Osborne. Isn't that like Ozzy Osbourne's kid or something like that, right? Oh, yeah. Um, so I have back to the Wolf Creek thing. I have watched Wolf Creek 1 and 2, and I did watch season 1 and 2. Oh, yeah, yeah. I remember that Bobcat Goldthwait did that. Um, he did a decent movie called, God, I can't remember what it's called. It's got like a yellow cover. I think I bought it, but yeah, Bobcat Goldthwait does some good stuff. Ooh, I enjoy his movies. Oh man, you haven't checked it out. You should also watch the show. The show's actually really good. I almost think that I like the show better than the actual movies. There was just a lot more to work with. There was more time to develop and tell a bigger story because the movies are just like, an hour and a half, there you go. But the show actually really stretches it out and gives you a lot to take in. So I definitely enjoyed season 1 and 2, and he is a very vicious bastard. I have not seen Dave Builds a Maze, but I would like to check it out. Um, I don't know what the film is about, but I'm going to take a wild guess that Dave builds a maze, and maybe he has to walk through it at the end. I don't know. Is it streaming on anything, or just curious? Amazon Prime. Okay, I'll have to check that out, I suppose. Even though I have like a million things that I need to catch up on and watch. Um, well, guys, I think I'm gonna end this here stream because I need to get to those Zampire boxes that I have. I ordered a hat. Um, I have not watched any of season 2 from Creep Show. Um, at this point, I might even just wait for it to come out on Blu-ray and buy the whole thing and binge it. I don't know. I don't have Shutter. Um, I've been buying too many movies lately. And you know what? You have me at practical effects because I love practical effects because it just looks better. I still also need to see Psycho Gorman. Have any of you guys seen Psycho Gorman? On top of it, I also need to buy the glasses that they put out. This company called Plastic Meatball, I think, recently put those out. Also, guys, speaking of Plastic Meatball, don't forget on Wednesday, that's when all that Halloween garbage goes up for sale. Which that's going to be like a feeding frenzy when all that stuff goes for sale. It's like Fright Rags and Plastic Meatball, like a collaborative. Yeah, I still need to see Willy's Wonderland. It's weird how Nicolas Cage is like have this weird revival in these weird movies. Like, I mean, it all started with Mandy. That was like definitely like a jolt back to his career because he put out some really bad movies. Um, I mean, I would go on Netflix and just see all these like weird, Nicolas Cage films. Yeah, it's the kids' fun meal box that has the two like pint glasses. So I definitely want to grab those. Yeah, the Color Out of Space was a decent one. It was very trippy. That movie was very like magenta, pink, and purple. It was very color oriented, I would say on that. I still need to see that Evil Dead trap. Like I've always seen that movie like get mentioned like just because it would be Evil Dead, and there's this Evil Dead trap film. So I've always wanted to see that one. I just have never gotten around to it. That's the sad thing. There's just too many damn movies to watch in the world. You're not gonna watch them all. You're gonna die before you watch all of them. unless you can just retire and never have to work again and have unlimited access to all the movies out there. Because I just keep thinking of all the movies that I keep having to go watch. So, morbid nighttime thoughts. It's just what it is. Yeah, Psycho Gorman, I'm probably just gonna buy. I kind of want the big hunky boy version, but I think from what I understand, that one's gone now. So I'm probably just gonna have to settle for like just the regular one. But it's got to have the slip cover. I'm all about those slip covers. I'm a whore for slip covers, just so you guys know. And good night to you, Wasted Years. I really appreciate you coming by my little stream thing. Um, I'm not the best, live streamer guy, but I appreciate you guys coming in, so I can kind of play off of what you're working with, because trying to talk for like an hour and a half is a little difficult when it's just me looking at my computer screen. So yeah, I can't justify shelling out $60. I mean, I could probably just get the regular version of it and the pint glasses for probably less than $60. So thanks, dude. I really appreciate it. David's Horror, and again, all you guys definitely go connect to David's Horror channel, because it's a lot of fun. I enjoy watching his videos. They're very, and I say this about a few people, but they're just very like nice, crisp, and well done, I would say. Psycho Gorman was $12 at Walmart. Oh, because when I saw it, they only had the DVD. I don't want the DVD. I want the Blu-ray version. Cool. And thank you at Shadow the Dark. It is fun doing that. Yeah, when I saw Psycho Gorman, I got excited because I saw it on the end cap and I'm like, oh, cool, I'm going to finally buy it. And then as I reached out for it, I'm like, you bastard, that's just a DVD version. So I was very upset about that. What else? And I tell you, there's been like just a string of movies that I've wanted to see lately. I think one's In the Dark, or Call of the Dark, or Call in the Dark. I can't remember what it's called, but it's got like a red picture, a little house, and then I think some silhouette of someone like kind of near the house or floating above the house. I don't know what that movie's called, but I've been wanting to watch that one. Yeah, I've heard of that Bloody Hell movie as well too. There's just been like so many crazy movies that have just like sprouted out recently. Like when I went to Best Buy today, there was just a bunch of random movies. Um, like at whatever section they had left, I think they have just like two like display things, and that was about it. As opposed to the actual movie section, which had a nice new release area where I'd go buy a lot of the newer films that I would get. Oh, okay. Museum of oh, that's weird. Hmm. Well, no, like right in downtown Portland, there's just like this weird area where like they do have these tours of the Shanghai tunnels, which are like kind of around there. So it's kind of cool. You know what else has been really weird is that you guys can find like really decent films at like Dollar Tree. I've seen some people. I think the Now It's Dark guys, they definitely have pulled some really good hauls at like Dollar Tree. I've never found any Blu-rays at Dollar Tree. The sad thing is, I think like Hobo with a Shotgun was even a film that you could buy at Dollar Tree, which I bought that when it came out. Um, I didn't care. I saw that. I think I want to say I saw it in the theater, and then when it came out on Blu-ray, I bought that thing immediately. Love that movie. It was great. Yeah, it's just I don't know which like Dollar Tree store you're gonna get lucky at. Like I don't even know where a movie section even is. Like I've seen some people just like find like these massive piles of like Blu-rays, and I can't even find like one. Like I look all over the register areas. I'm like looking all over the place, and I'm just not finding anything at all. It's a little irritating. So yeah. All right. I'm gonna try to push this for 9 more minutes, and then I'm definitely stopping this. I said I was going to stop an hour ago, but I'm going to try to push this for just a few more minutes. I've never found anything out of Fred Meyers. I did, however, see like a weird like line of Nicolas Cage films. So it was like Mandy, uh, Color of Space, and like a few other things. That was a very interesting thing I saw. Oh, okay. At Ben Grimm, you have given me some extremely helpful advice. I think I will try to like hit that area up. It just there's so many weird little aisles, so I usually like will go to the toy area and then the packing slip area. So I'll try to look in the charging area and then see if I can find that possibly. Yeah, I haven't gone to Big Lots either. I will tell you, like recently, I went to Big Lots. I think 2 years ago. Their Halloween section has been outstanding. I did go hit their Halloween section last year at Big Lots, and like they had so much cool like Nightmare on Elm Street stuff, Friday the 13th stuff. I mean, it's not like amazing, but like it was some cool stuff. I was pleased with it. Um, I'm excited for it. I mean, I don't know how I feel about Chris Rock in it. Like his voice, I'm just so like used to in comedies. So like when I hear his voice, it's just hard to like imagine it because I mean his voice is so like just recognizable. You know what I mean? So like um it's gonna be weird seeing him in an actual like horror movie, I would say. I mean Samuel L. Jackson is fine in it. I mean I'm cool with that, but we'll just we'll see. I do appreciate the fact that Darren Lynn Bousman is directing it, so that's very helpful, I think. Also, let me show you guys this. I did a release party for Saw 4, and I got sent that thing. It's hard to see, but that poster is autographed by the cast of Saw 4. So that actually got sent to me directly from Lionsgate, just for like doing a little bit of promo at the club that I worked at. So that was really cool. That's one of the coolest things that I've ever scored in my life. Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like Chris Rock he just yells. You know what I mean? Like it's just hard for me to like imagine him in a Saw film. But we'll see. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna watch it. So I'm gonna go in with an open mind about it. No, Spiral is essentially like a kind of an offshoot of Saw or like a continuation of the Saw film. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. Because I mean, even though like we were, in a pandemic, I still made my way into all the stores that I could for Halloween stuff. It did not stop me at all. That's for sure. All right, guys, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. I'm gonna try to. Yeah, that's actually what I'm excited about is hearing Samuel L. Jackson say that, or just if he comes across Jigsaw and like uses the MFR thing. Oh, and before I turn my stream off, once again, don't forget to like this, pretty please. There we go. I hit 10. Fantastic. Um, yeah, I'm not sure where it takes place in the timeline either. In fact, I really don't even remember the last Saw film. Other than it was, and it was a very long time ago. Um, so I guess we'll see how it is. I mean, I'm definitely curious to see how they even make it work, I would say. Whoops. Gotta love computer sounds. All right, guys. Any closing thoughts or things that you guys want to say? Um, Actually, Saw 4 was the poster that I just mentioned, so I watched them all. I think I want to say there was a total of 7 Saw films, I think. I want to tell you guys this. The needle scene, I think, in Saw 2 or 3, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. I don't like needles at all. Um, oh, room tour is going to happen. I just need to organize my stuff because it's bad. I have stuff all over the place. I mean, you guys can see, I'll just show you really quick here for the lucky few. I mean, that's essentially my room, but you can just see I've just got boxes of stuff all over the place. So it's pretty much my living room. Oh God, yeah, I forgot about the Jigsaw movie also. So I guess it's about 8 films. So Saw, 1 through 7, and then Jigsaw, and then Spiral is probably the ninth film. Hello at Cadaver Club. Also, guys, if you're not, go make sure you connect to Cadaver Club's channel. He's a very cool guy as well too. Just to throw that out there. Where did I get my movie shelves at? Those I bought at Best Buy in the early 2000s. I want to say that they were Atlantic shelves, I think. But these have been like the absolute best like cases to hold movies in. Let me see if I can show it off. Yeah, I mean it's not like too thick as you can see. It just holds it, does the job on that. I want to say they cost me like $150 back in the day. So, all right, guys. I am going to call this in a few seconds and end it in a few minutes. So that would be me successfully doing a stream for an hour and a half of just me blabbering. So I appreciate you guys listening to me and talking and stuff like that because it's fun. Also, it's also nice talking to you guys because I just sit there and bust these videos out. So, I appreciate you coming in. So this is, kind of cool to talk and stuff like that. So, and yep, I'll see you later and good night. It's cool. I mean, I appreciate you even coming by though. So I appreciate it, just so you know. Cool. All right, guys. Have a good night. And tomorrow I'll be putting up a few more videos and all that good fun stuff. And till next time, I will catch you all later. And actually, for those of you watching, don't forget, you should also go connect to Cadaver Club's channel because he does a really good stream with a few other fun people. And there's also the Midnight Hour stream. So there's like a few cool streams that happen. They're a lot more entertaining because there's multiple people talking about things where it's just me blabbering. So, all right, guys, have a good night. See you later.